The WWE Metal event starts tomorrow, and with it, we're getting a new epic equipment for the Archer Queen, which we're going to show off today, along with some new decorations, including a super decoration, the surprise wheel. We're going to talk all about that here today, but before we do, I want to talk about the event itself because there's so much going on. We're going to have temporary troops, the Giant. We also have some snacks on the event pass, another temporary troop, K.A.N.E, one of my favorites, if not my favorite from this event, more snacks, the Disarmer, another temporary troop, and then of course as you scroll through here you'll get tons of ores and tons of rewards, and then finally we'll get the Rumbling Goblins decoration, which is the event decoration. But there's more to this event than just getting the temporary troops and all this stuff, because during this event the army camps are going to house these special temporary troops, and you can actually release them to help you or fight against you. It is the craziest thing. And always remember guys, you can get extra rewards if you do plan on buying that event pass, which if you are, do me a favor and go to the shop right now, click on that C and enter code BASH. Seriously guys, thank you so much for using code BASH or even considering it. You don't know how much it means to me and helps me out. But let's start by talking about these army camps because they have me so excited. We're going to talk about everything here in the video, but I want to focus on the army camps and the troops here today because I think that's most important when the event goes live tomorrow. So we got two different types of army camps, and you can tell the difference here. One's red, one's purple. Good guys and bad guys, faces and heels. The red ones, those are going to be the good guys, so they're actually going to help the defending village. The defending village, and since we're the attacker, we're the bad guys, we get the Giant and K.A.N.E on our side when we destroy those army camps. But when you destroy the good guys, when you destroy the Yeeter and the Disarmer, they're gonna fight against you. So let's see that in action here. Let's free this Yeeter, and we already know what the Yeeter does. We've seen the Yeeter. Yeeter's been in game pretty strong actually in game. They're gonna throw those shield members at you, and they're a little bit of a pain to take out, not gonna lie. Same thing with Disarmer. Once we get Disarmer freed here, she's gonna come in here and she's gonna fight against us, and then we have to fight them. But if we are able to free K.A.N.E and Giant, they're gonna fight for us. But they have some interesting mechanics. Notice K.A.N.'s not actually fighting. He's kind of just yeeting his way out of here. K.A.N.E actually is just gonna make a beeline for the town hall. That's how K.A.N.E works, okay? That's how he's gonna work. And then Giant, let's see if we can get Giant out here. Let's see if we can free him to help us out a little bit. Yeah, he's a little bit beefy and he's gonna get raged up. He will fight alongside us, but let's talk about like what all these different temporary troops do, how useful they are. I think they're all pretty strong and useful. But let's talk about what they actually do as you unlock them. And I actually want to talk about the Giant because it actually ties in with the Queen's equipment. When you use the Queen's equipment, you're going to summon a Giant. Yeah. So they are going to be beefcakes. They're going to go for defenses, and basically they're going to increase speed and damage after they lose half of their maximum health. You can see they have 26,000 hit points. That's an insane number of hit points. Housing space of 50 though, so they are really beefy. All these WWE troops are very beefy, but 26,000 hit points. And then when they get down to half health, they are gonna rage out with increased speed and damage. Oh my goodness, but 50 housing space, so they're a little bit beefy there. But like I mentioned, the action figure equipment for the Queen is going to summon one of these giants by your side. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Not to mention it also has self-healing on their DPS increase, hit point increase, a lot of stuff. She also will get 1 second of invisibility that'll allow that Giant to tank. Now, obviously the Giant will get stronger as you level up the equipment, but having this just kind of in the game like the Lava Luna at all times is going to be pretty insane. We'll take a look at that equipment a little bit later. I want to talk about the rest of the temporary troops and then start to show them off. And just in case you've never seen one of these medal events, you get the medals by attacking in multiplayer and destroying the marked buildings on the base. There's going to be 3 on each base. They'll be marked with these little tickets ahead, and then you just destroy those, and that's how you're going to progress the event. And then when you get to 1,000 points, you're going to get what might be my favorite troop. Maybe it's just because I'm a K.A.N.E fan. He's going to go straight for the town hall. And when he's defeated, he's actually going to be reborn and have increased damage and a fiery aura. So he's going to have like a flame flinger, like fire spirit aura on him. He's also going to deal 11 times damage to walls. He will target anything, but remember, he's going to make that beeline straight to the town hall. And he's definitely the favorite that I've used so far out of all these troops. I've definitely been enjoying K.A.N.E. Not as crazy hit points as the Giant, but the housing space is insane. 75 housing space 9,000 hit points, 800 damage per second with a 16 movement speed. The big thing there, taking down the walls. And I believe if he gets taken out before he gets to the town hall, he'll just target anything on the base. That's kind of what I've been experiencing. And then you can kind of see like how he's going to rage up there when he comes back. And along with that, like you can kind of see that aura, almost like the Electro Boots or an Electro Titan aura that just deals that passive damage as well after he gets taken out. And then at 2,500 points, we're going to get the Disarmer, aka Becky Lynch. 7,800 hit points, 415 damage per second. Does target defenses with an area splash, will target ground and air, pretty fast on the movement speed, and the housing space is beefy on the Disarmer. 60 housing space, but look at the ability. The ability is insane. Speed and damage are boosted for the first 20 seconds, so almost like a Rage Barbarian for 20 seconds, but she needs to be defeated 3 times. You have to take her out 3 times to actually destroy this unit. It's insane how strong these WWE units are. All right, so let's start off by showing off the K.A.N.E unit. Remember, big housing space, but they make a beeline for the town hall. So I'm gonna pair them with Valkyries, almost like you would with Root Riders. We're gonna also pair that with an Electro charge, or a Royal Champion charge, a Spirit charge, if you will. And we're just gonna work our way through this base. Now, nothing in the CC, but I also don't have CC troops, but I am gonna use a Siege Machine. But keep an eye on these army camps as we kind of get working through here. And speaking of the army camps, I'm going to kind of dodge that one by taking a little entry right in over here. So we want this Royal Champion to kind of charge up into the base here and work towards the middle. Although that first placement was a little bit awkward there, I feel like we're fine. We're okay. Let's go ahead and get that second invis in there. Just keep working towards the middle of this base here. So far, so good. Nice. That's going to push her in even more. All right, perfect. And then we're going to be ready right here. All right, that's going to set off the invis, which will actually push her to the top. No big deal there. She could work on this archer tower. And then, oh, we lost the Spirit Fox there. That's okay. We'll just go ahead and make her invis again. We got plenty of invises for this charge. And really, we're just looking to create some pathing here. But if we can get to these ricochet cannons, that would be incredible. All right, nice. We're getting one ricochet cannon down. We got the monolith down there. And then we got one more invis before we recall her. Just going to let her get as much damage out as possible. Even let her go down a little bit to that stuff. All right, perfect right there. That's all good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come over here with the queen and we're going to free this giant. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. I'm going to go ahead and put the king in here. And then we're going to kind of stagger our K.A.N.s in different areas. So they're just going to start working things up. We go ahead and put that furnace in, and then we'll go ahead and we'll put in our warden as well, just to follow everything through here. All right, you with me? And look at these K.A.N.s. They're going to take off, guys, and they will destroy anything in their path. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm going to go ahead and rage out in front. Just keep these K.A.N.s working through here. All right, looking good so far. All right, nice. I'm going to go ahead and hit warden ability there just to protect everything as we're working up the middle. All right, let's go ahead and hit that. We got our king working up the middle. Let's go ahead and pop king ability to go ahead and just spiky ball all through there. With the royal champion, we could probably bring her in. Actually, let's poison this, and then we'll just bring her right in here just in case she does free the yeeter, which I think she will. Yeah, she'll free the yeeter right there. So we'll slow him down with the poison. I know I'm zoomed out, so you guys can't really see the K.A.N.s as they got to the town hall there. Maybe we need to go back and replay it. But they get to the town hall. We just got to keep everything working here. We got to keep everything moving, and then they crush it. And then I'm going to save like the disarmer for last, and then we don't really have to worry about her. Now, she does normally target defenses, but since she's going to be defending the village, she's going to target our troops. She's going to try to take us out there. But look at this, guys. We get through that. We still have a giant along with some healers there. I love this. Again, no CC there, but I just want to kind of emphasize these WWE troops and how fun they are. And just because we were off, the town hall got taken down kind of naturally right there, and then the king and everything kind of works through it. I think the king's earthquake boots helped out with that town hall takedown along with the spiky ball. So didn't miss too much right in there, but look at that giant in there helping us out. Oh, you gotta love it. Plus, look, she frees the K.A.N. from the bottom, but she's gonna make a beeline in there, and since the town hall's down, he's just gonna go right there. Oh, it's so cool, man. So for the disarmer, I feel like you could almost strategically take out a little section of the base, because remember, they're gonna just hop over walls right here, or I guess not remember, I don't think I even mentioned that, but they're just gonna hop over walls, and then you could just kind of take out a little section of the base. And I had some crazy convoluted warden fireball into disarmer plan. But then I was playing around with these disarmers and I realized you don't need all of that. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Since they have to be defeated 3 times, they're pretty crazy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off with a little furnace action over here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the queen in right here, shoot her giant arrow so she takes out that air defense, and we're going to put the minion prince in with his long shot there. And then we're pretty much going to yeet in with the rest. Okay, so we're just going to let a little funnel established right here. We're gonna let this stuff all kind of work over there, and then we're gonna go ahead and put that in, and then we're gonna go full disarmers. All right, we're gonna go full disarmers and put the warden with them. We'll also have a K.A.N E unit with them, which is gonna be amazing. But what I think we need to do with them is, because they move so fast, is like if you can catch them in the warden ability, try to hit that warden ability. But they move so fast here, we actually need to overgrowth this, that it's hard to kind of catch them. Okay, I caught a few in there, but then like after their rage and stuff wears off, you can start raging through there. You can go ahead and freeze stuff and really just crush this base on through here. All right, let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and put that freeze in there. Okay, nice. We get disarmers in the core. We're just working through here, just kind of letting them do their thing. Let's go with the disarmer here. We got the K.A.N on the town hall. Yeah, it's pretty insane how good these disarmers are. And that was a really bad plan because I kind of missed the warden ability completely. Let's go ahead and let's freeze all this stuff here. We still got 2 disarmers there in the core. We still have Royal Champion to be deployed. We still have that king or the warden up top there. But look at this, guys. We don't even really need Royal Champion here. That's the crazy part. We don't even really need the Royal Champion to finish this base off because they are so good. Like, I like the K.A.N units a lot, but look, we have all 5 of our disarmers still up here. They just hop over walls. They just yeet through there. And now I would recommend, if at all possible, saving the disarmer for the end, because even if the disarmer is taken out, the defensive disarmer is going to come back also. Let me show you guys that in action, but they're pretty OP just by themselves, just yeeting into the base. So one thing I think we're going to see is as these troops are in play, I think we're going to see them, like the army camps with the disarmer and the yeeter, like more in the middle of the base, especially this disarmer, because even when you take her out, she's going to come back. It's pretty insane to watch. So we took her out and she's just going to come back. And remember, she's going to kind of spin like a Valkyrie. So she's just going to take out multiple units. Force the queen ability there. It's kind of crazy. And remember, she hits air units also. So your drags aren't safe either. This disarmor on defense is going to be insane as well. All right, so with these giants, I have a fun little idea of what we can do here. If we can do a little RC charge into just a giant spam on the base, I don't know. I'm not going to lie. I'm more excited for the disarmer and the K.A.N troop. I think they're going to be the ones to use here. The giants, don't get me wrong, I think they can have some use cases here. Spirit Fox, can we get invisible? That'd be great. Get in the invis. All right, let's just let everything work up here into the middle of the base. All right, good, fantastic. All right, Royal Champion's working. Let's see where she decides to go next. All right, go invisible, perfect. She should go up top. That's exactly where we want her. Let's go invisible again. All right, nice. The invises are on point here. Okay, looking good so far. We need to get all the way through there and just get as much of this value out as possible. We did lose Spirit Fox. I just saw that. That's okay. These things happen. These things happen, Spirit Fox. Not your fault, probably mine. I don't know how to count to 4. And then let's work through there. And I think I'm going to save that last one right in there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring King in from there. I'm going to bring Queen in from here. And we're just going to full send everything up the middle. We'll kind of join up together at this little K.A.N spot here. Okay, that's the plan. Let's just have everything kind of meet up at this K.A.N spot here. All right, let's go ahead and let's throw in our troop thrower. All right, nice. What do we got? Oh, we got clan castle troops being a little bit of a hassle there. But I think if we can get them out early, that's actually going to be good for us. Let's put warden in. Why don't I have warden in? I don't know. You tell me, chat. You tell me. All right, we're working through there. This is all looking good. All right. I did make an interesting choice on the warden. I elected to not use Eternal Tome. I just went with Healing Tome because I felt like if we can kind of keep them like near that bottom half of health, I think that could benefit them. I don't know. Maybe I'm just delusional. Wouldn't be the first time. All right, let's go ahead and throw in this and bring back the Royal Champion. Okay, she's fine. All right. We don't have Rocket Spear on the RC, did we? Oh, I messed up. I didn't put Rocket Spear back on the RC, I don't think. Okay, this is fine. Let's make her invisible. We're working to the town hall. Oh no, we gotta fight that disarmer over there. That's not a good thing. Maybe this disarmer will go fight the giant. Okay, yeah. Giant queen, take it out. Okay, we're fine. We're not panicking here, chat. I don't know if we have enough to get through this base though. We get a lot of base remaining. Why weren't those ice golems thrown from the thrower? I feel like something was weird there. I don't know. All right, we still have a yeeter to deal with also. Oh no. Do we have enough in the tank, guys? I don't know, but you pair anything with an RC charge, you're gonna be good. How healthy are these giants? I'm not sure. They look kind of low, but remember they have like what 20 something thousand hit points. They have an insane amount of health. Plus we get the rage gem going there. Okay, we're just gonna have to deal with the yeeter, which is gonna be a little bit annoying. Okay, there's the yeeter out, but if the yeeter's getting tanked there, that's okay. We got the ice golems from the clan castle out. Do we get through here? I think we get through for the 3-star, guys. All right, there we go. I wasn't sure that that was going to work. I'm not going to lie to you, but it works through. Those giants are beefy. No healers needed. They just survive. Oh, and just in case you wanted to see the giant puppet in action by itself, it's literally just going to spawn out a giant, which, I mean, that's pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. They're super beefy in there. And I don't know what level it spawns. I guess let me go look at the equipment at max level and see if it tells us what level it is. Okay, so it's level 10, which is 18.5 thousand hit points. So it's still pretty beefy in there, but it's not a max level giant. Having that out in front of a queen dive, it's almost like a free golem out there. I mean, how much hit points does a golem have? Oh, okay, it's like 2 free golems out in front of your queen. So if you're doing a queen dive, I feel like it's gonna be very usable. It's just not one of those things that's gonna be like super flashy. It's like here's a giant, but it's like 2 golems out in front of your queen, which is kind of insane to think about. And for those that have stuck around to the end, let's check out what all the decorations look like. We got the surprise wheel. Let's go ahead and let's buy that right here. Let's just place it right there. Okay, nice. When we press it, it spin-a-roonies, and it tells us, oh, we got a belt. I guess that's a win. I don't know. Okay, what's the black spot there? It's a rock. It's a rock. So we got the belt, the rock. I'm so confused. I'm so confused by this thing. Oh, we got some cans. Oh, okay, that's like a Stone Cold nod. Okay, so it's like got nods to different wrestlers. I get it. The rock. Okay, the belt. I don't know what the belt was there. A microphone. Okay, that's kind of neat. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of neat. A lot of different little things on there. Another belt right there. Okay, and then we also have the golden giant statue, which is kind of like a Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal trophy. It kind of looks like there, but also there are clan capital decorations in here that we can buy. Let's go ahead and let's buy those, and let's put them on our house so you guys can see. If you've made it to the end of this video, write the word K.A.N.E down there in the description so I know you watched it, or K.A.N.E Disarmer, or Disarmer K.A.N.E. Where is this? Oh wait, I don't, it was an outside decoration. It wasn't. Okay, I was looking for the wrong thing. Was it that? No, it's not that. It's this thing. Oh, it's like an Undertaker thing, and then it's like a ring. Oh, okay, I see. It's those 2 things. All right, come back tomorrow. We got a new challenge level. I'm gonna show you guys how to beat it.